Hi, everybody. This is Shelley Jacobs coming to you from my home, and I want to talk to you about the worldwide we. I haven't made a video in a long time, mostly because, like the rest of you, I've been just dealing with the pandemic. But I wanted to end this year on a positive note and make some forward momentum. And so I'm making this commitment to do videos just live. They're not going to be live stream. I'm taping this one, but just to make a commitment to make videos every week to explain this we project. Some of you, this might be the first video you've seen. I've put a few things up on social media, but I want to get this thing moving forward. And so I really hope that doing these videos will help you understand what I'm trying to get at here. Basically, in a nutshell, what I am working to create is a global network of people that makes just some very simple agreements about humanity and the need to be more connected to one another and to be acting more as a collective together. And there's a lot of other groups that are doing similar work. But what I think is missing from the world is sort of an overarching organization that just pulls in folks from all over the place with all sorts of mindsets that basically makes just a simple fundamental agreement to be more collaborative. And then once we've made this big network that will commit to be collaborative and grow together, that we use the power of that, the power of this unity, to get behind some specific other organizations, some specific other individuals that are problem solvers, that are doing good works in the world. So the we is going to just try to create this big umbrella of human beings that say, yes, I agree that we have the need to work better together, and we have the tools to do it already, right? We've got all these tools that have been created in the way of the internet and mobile phones and social media. And so we have this capacity to communicate with one another and share data almost instantaneously all over the world. And there are lots of groups that have used this and harnessing this power to work on specific issues, which is terrific. Yay, more power to them. But what I think we don't have is a group that pulls people of all sorts together and then focuses them and can help them get behind some of these other specific organizations. And I think as human beings, we need to recognize the reality that we are a social species, and that as a social species, we have to depend on one another for our very survival. And I think there's been a lot of movement in the direction that is not heading that way. You know, we've got various countries that, including my own here in America, that push the notion of rugged individualism. And while there are some upsides to rugged individualism, there are also some downsides to it. And so I think more work needs to be done in the realm of uniting us. And I think I am not at all alone in this, which is terrific, because when I started this project 3 years ago, I don't think I had as much company as I do now. And particularly with the pandemic, there's been a whole lot more movement online, and there's been a whole lot more communication online, and there's been a whole lot more collaboration. And so I feel compelled to step in front of this camera and to be much more bold moving forward and just talk to you about what's trying to happen here. So the Worldwide We, that's the organization, and it has a website, theworldwidewe.org. We also have a Facebook page, and I have Instagram, and I'm on Twitter. What we're trying to do is create, first off, just a global network of people that makes a simple agreement to understand that we're a social species that needs to be more collaborative, that needs to unite in a much bigger way. And we need to unite just not under specific causes, but just in general. And when we do that, we can then build on that foundation to help solve the problems that we face now. So I want to get into more specifics about those things in subsequent videos. But I wanted to end this year on a positive note by saying I'm going to be bolder. I'm going to just get myself in front of this camera, in front of you, and try to explain this multifaceted organization that I'm making in on a more regular basis. And so that's my commitment, that I'm going to do this. I'm committing to at least once a week to make a video to help you understand what's trying to happen here. But I think what I would like for you to take away today is that in a nutshell, the worldwide we is basically about humanity evolving into a more sustainable existence. And I think the way that we're going to do that, and I am backed up by millions of others in this thinking, is that we need to work better together. And so that's what this organization is committed to doing, is to creating a platform where many people from all walks of life, all across the planet, can just sign on and say, yes, I believe humanity can do better together. And then when we have built a large network of us, then we can start to focus ourselves in different directions to help make solutions happen on a bigger scale and faster. So that's it in the nutshell, like I said. So what I'm asking today is that you come to the website or come to the Facebook page or come to Instagram or come to Twitter and just sign on. Just say, yep, this sounds interesting. I like the idea of this we. And I think I want to be part of it. And we're not asking you for anything other than that. Because I truly feel and have felt from the very beginning of this idea that if we were able to see how many of us believe that we can do better together, that in and of itself would be extremely hopeful, and that it would empower us to make another step forward, and then another step forward, and another step forward. So the first step is just for us to show up to each other, just for us to see how many of us all across the globe say, yes, I believe we can do better together. And if there was a platform that helped facilitate showing us that and then help direct us into things that would be helpful, then yeah, more power to it. Well, that's what the we is. So please come to the website, theworldwidewwe.org. It's very simple right now. It's a single page. And all you have to do is give us your email. I promise we're never going to sell it to anybody, or we're not going to flood your inbox with a bunch of emails. Or if you're not comfortable giving us your email, come to the Facebook page and join up through the Facebook page, or comes to Instagram, or come to Twitter. And just become a part of it. Just first so that we can see how many of us there are that say, yes, we can do better together. And that's all I'm asking right now. So thank you for watching this. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I will be back again next week, and I'll explain further where we're heading this thing. Okay? So I hope you guys have a wonderful New Year's Eve. I will make another video and explain a little bit more each week, or each time I make them. And so thank you for watching, and please come back and watch the next video. All right, take care. This is Shelly Jacobs for the Worldwide We.